Hi, I was asked if I could explain how to make or how asymmetrical tattoos work. Um, Asymmetrical tattoos are only really workable, and actually they are only workable and work on custom mesh avatar bodies. They don't work on Linden Lab default body. They only work on the custom mesh avatar bodies, such as Slink and Maitreya and Beleza and Tonic and Signature and all those bodies. At least as far as I know, they work on those bodies if they are set up by the mesh body designer to work with for asymmetrical tattoos. So if they don't have it set up, it won't work for that. But if they do, which I'm sure they all probably do, are set up to work, I'm pretty sure they almost all of them do, if not all of them. So okay, so how does it work? Okay, so here we have the Slink Hourglass body. And now this is a special Slink Hourglass body that I was given permission by Shadeen Monroe to use to test out Bigs on Mesh, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind me using it to demonstrate how the asymmetrical tattoos work. And even though as a tattoo artist you don't really need to know how the body is set up like I'm going to show you in the demonstration, it's just good to know that you know how it's actually working. Things will make more sense if you know how it's set up. So, okay. So here is the upper body, and uh, as all tattoo designers know, the UVs, there's only one arm to create a texture for. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why you can't have asymmetrical tattoos or different tattoos on the right and left arm for the Linden Lab default avatar. Okay, is because of the way this is set up. Okay, but what we've done with mesh avatars in Bigs on Mesh is we allowed a different material to be applied to one of the arms. Now normally it's going to be the left arm because that's just the naming convention that Linden Lab chose, and I'll show that in a minute. So here we have the upper body, and it has two different textures applied to it, or materials. You have one that does all the upper body and a part of the neck and the right arm, and the left arm has a different material applied to it. So now I'm going to go onto the beta grid and I'm going to demonstrate. Okay, so here I am on the beta test grid, and I'm wearing the upper body that I have uploaded, but it's not set up for Bigs on Mesh yet. And so I'm going to demonstrate that now, and believe me, this will all make more sense once I do the demonstration here. So this part would be set up by the mesh body designer, and so as a tattoo designer you don't really have to, this will already be set up for you, but like I said, it's good for you to know. Okay, so I've selected this face, and I am now going to set it up to work on Bigs on Mesh. So I come here to bake, and then I'm going to set it to bake upper. Now as soon as I set it up to bake upper and clicked OK, you notice that my hands disappeared, and now I have what looks like a regular body, and there's the texture on it, and it looks pretty much like what we saw in Maya, where this has one texture on it and material, and this has a different one. Okay, so now we need to set up the right arm. I'm sorry, the left arm. My right, her left. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select the texture. I'm going to set bake, but instead of setting it to the bake upper, we're going to set it to baked arm or left arm. See, baked left arm. That's why I'm saying that I'm pretty sure that almost all mesh body designers set their arm up on the left arm to be set up this way, because it's just the naming convention of left arm. And I'm going to click OK. Okay, and now you can see her left arm is turned invisible. That's because I'm not wearing anything that has a texture applied to that baking slot. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to wear, so when you're a tattoo designer, you're going to have to provide a system clothing for the tattoo that's going to be different on one of the arms, or at least on the left arm, so that people can apply and wear it and it will be different. Okay, so you have the outfit here. I mean, so it would be, if you want to create a system clothing, you just go right mouse, click on the folder, come down here to close, and then come down here to universal, new universal. That's a universal clothing. Okay, now skin designers have to do the same thing, so that when people wear the skin, they'll have something on their left arm, otherwise it would be invisible. So I'm sure skin designers have been doing this for a long time. They create a system universal clothing, and they wear it, and then they edit it, and then they drop their skin texture. See, we'll pretend like this is a brand new one. Okay, we'll make it blank, or no, transparent. Nope, none. Okay. Okay, so it's just like that. So they take their skin that they created. Now, I created the skin many, many years ago, so it's mine. I'm just going to drop it on there, and it's the same. It's the same. It's the same one that's on this side. You know, it's the same exact. Texture. So if a skin designer wanted to have, say, a different freckle pattern on the left arm than on the right arm, they could. They would just have to upload a second upper body texture. Okay, and so that now they're wearing the skin. Okay, so now we're going to close that. Okay, so now they're wearing that. Okay, so now she's got her left and right arm, but now we want a tattoo. Okay, or the tattoo. Okay, if you just wear the tattoo, now this is a tattoo I made earlier. It's just a real simple tattoo. It's going to be applied to the right arm, but not the left arm. So there's an asymmetrical tattoo right there. If you wanted a different tattoo on the right arm, or on the left arm, I'm sorry, I keep saying right. It's my right, her left. On her left arm here, I would make a system universal, just like they had to make a system universal for the skin designers. The tattoo designers would make a system universal and then wear it, and then they would edit it. Okay, they would edit it, and now this one has a red tattoo. I have a purple heart. I'm going to change that from a red heart to a purple heart. Normally when you make a system tattoo, it would be none, just like that. It would be none, like just like that, and you would just drop in your tattoo that you made for the left arm right there, and you would click save, and then you would close it, and then the system would update. Oh, and I'm not wearing the left arm skin. Now I wore the left arm skin, and because I wore it, it's, oh, why isn't that one? That one should be worn. Oh, that's right, you have to add it. Keep forgetting. Okay, you have to add it. You have to add and not wear. When you wear, it replaces whatever system universal you were wearing before. It has to be added, not worn. Okay, and because I added it second, it's actually on top. So the skin texture is on top. This is all very good so that you know what's going on. Okay, so to fix that, you just go to appearance, edit your outfit. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you can see here, the left arm, which holds the skin texture, is actually above the tattoo, you know. So we want to click on the tattoo and then raise it. And then we can, do we have to save? I guess we can hit save and close it. I don't know if you have to save it before you close it. And then we close that. And now it should update. And there's the tattoo is on top of the skin, the way it's supposed to be. So now we have different, it could be a totally different tattoo. It happens to be the same tattoo. I just went in Photoshop and changed the color. It could be a completely different tattoo. And now you might notice, like I said, this part where you're seeing it, it's seeing a see-through there. That is because when I set up the arm to be baked on mesh, I needed to send this to alpha masking and just raise that a little bit. And I should have done the same thing for over here. Alpha masking. Set it up a bit. And now that's fixed. Okay, but as a tattoo designer, you don't have to worry about that. But if you happen to see it on, if you're working with your mesh body and you see something like that, you got to contact the mesh body designer and say, hey, look, your alpha masking is set wrong. You need to set it. So there we have tattoos that are asymmetrical. Now the feet is basically the same exact thing. Let me show you in Maya. Okay, now the feet are basically the same thing. Now this avatar doesn't happen to have any feet, so I need to start a new scene, and I'll just bring in the Linden Lab default avatar so you can see. So the feet are the same way as the arm. The foot is, for both feet, uses the same texture in the UV space. So if I select the mesh body, you can see that the foot uses the same texture for both feet. Now I do not, so I'm pretty sure this is how the mesh body designers have the feet set up too, because it just uses the same texture. Because on here you can have asymmetrical tattoos on the left and on the right leg, just like in the upper body. In the chest area, you can have different asymmetrical tattoos there on the upper body. But yeah, so it's the same sort of situation. On the one foot, it is set to baked left foot. So yeah, so if I go to edit face here, okay, just as there's a left arm, there is a left leg. I don't know why they didn't call it left foot, because it really is more for the foot, because you can obviously make an asymmetrical tattoo for the left leg right on here. But I guess they decided to, maybe most mesh body designers do make the whole left leg a separate material. I don't know. You'd have to contact them and find out for sure that they just didn't do it for just the foot. So it may be that the left leg does the whole left leg and the left foot are all one material, and not just the foot being a different material. I don't know. Maybe it might be different for different mesh body designers. It's all left up to the mesh body designer how much, what areas are the left arm covered and the left leg. I'm sure it covers the left hands as well, on their mesh hands and stuff. So it all depends how they set it up. But yeah, so anyway, that's how you do asymmetrical tattoos. So I hope this helps people out there to understand better. Like I said, the Linden Lab default avatar, you cannot do asymmetrical tattoos, different tattoos on the left and right arm. The only caveat would be if somebody created a mesh that hovers slightly above the Linden Lab arm, default Linden Lab arm, but then what happens if they use different slider settings? That would be very difficult. So this is pretty much only for mesh body designers, making asymmetrical tattoos for mesh body designers. So, okay, well anyway, I hope that answers all people's questions of how to do asymmetrical, or how they work asymmetricals, tattoos, and skins in Second Life. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.